BoxingVoice.com, live with Anthony Peterson. Mr. Peterson, how you doing today, man?
Great, man. I'm looking forward to this fight come Saturday night. I'm in great shape, great spirit, you know what I mean, and just ready to go.
Now, this is going to be your first time fighting in a long time. Do you think that the layoff is going to affect you at all?
Not at all. I've been fighting since I was 9 years old. This layoff, it actually helped my body heal. Like I said, I've been in a lot of wars, in the amateurs and the pros. So I thought it was time to rest. You know what I mean? Now we back and I feel good. And I'm going to have a heck of a performance Saturday night.
Now, how is it for you making that 135 limit? I know that you and your brother are only a year apart, and it was a decision on yourself and between you and your brother for you to stay in separate weight classes, not to ever have to face each other. Is it more of a stress for you to make that 135, or is it normal?
Oh no, it's normal because actually I can move to 140. We can share the belts. There's a lot of belts out there. We can share the belts at 140, but I'd rather be at 135 because if you see the night of the fight with Rios, I only got up to 139 pounds after the weigh-in. So there's no need for me to fight 140. You know what I mean? They give these guys 17, 20 pounds advantage come fight night.
Now, speaking of Rios, does that fight haunt you?
Oh yeah, I mean every great legendary fighter or a competitive fighter have a chip on their shoulder about that L that they took. You know what I mean? I know I was a better fighter than Rios, but he was the better fighter that night, and I made no excuses. As you can see, after I fought, made no excuses. The best man won.
Well, I meant more in the sense that because it ended in the fashion that it ended. Do you feel that now you have to go out and make a great performance just to erase that from the boxing fans' minds?
Oh yeah, definitely. My future, everything I do at this point, as in now, is to erase the minds of the minds that was there that night, 9/11/2010.
Now the 135-pound limit is wide open. We just seen Ricky Burns look less than stellar versus an unknown Choelo Gonzalez, and I know I'll get a lot of slack for that. People don't like when you talk about Europeans, but you looking at that fight, have you watched it, and what did you think of Ricky Burns and supposedly being the champion and the head man at the division now that Adrian Broner moved up?
I didn't see the fight at all, but from the feedback that I got, my fans all across were like, man, what are you waiting on? Let's get these guys. Like they have nothing on you, but at the same time, it's timing. You know, the great trainer Barry Hunter know what he's doing. You know, I'm right now. I wouldn't say I was into stress. It was a lot of things I need to, conquer. There's a lot of things I need to brush up on, as far as going to the next level. Because there's different levels in boxing. You got your great fight. You got good fighters. You got great fighters. You got icon fighters. You got legendary fighters. You know what I mean? And I want to be one of those fighters that's among the elites. So I feel as though time was needed to take off and and brush up on the things that we need to brush up on.
Now, for this training camp, it was clearly held at your gym, Barry Hunter's gym at Headbangers, but you had some new blood there, some young up-and-coming fighters that you already know for the amateurs, that you're more than just friends with, Robert Easter, Jamal Herring, Rasheed Warren. How was it training amongst past Olympians, a current champion with your brother, and up-and-coming prospects for this training camp?
Oh, it was a fabulous experience. Just the competitive spirit around the whole gym. Adrian Broner, the whole band camp. They bring a lot of energy, as well as the headbangers, which is us. We bring a lot of energy. So when that collides, it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing because all of us feed off each other. If somebody on the bag rack off a combination, bing, 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 bing. That person, hey, you got to come right back as strong. We spawn, come back strong. It's almost like a whole den of lions. Everybody got talent, everybody got will, everybody got skill. So it's best for everybody.
I was actually watching tape last night on your brother, and I went back to the Victor Ortiz-Lamont Peterson fight, and I can see you in the stands, and I was live at the Kendall Holt as well. You're always very emotional, giving him advice, yelling out direction. How is it for the both of you watching one another fight? I mean, what goes through your mind? Is there times that you want to jump in the ring and just get at the guy for him?
That's my brother. You know what I mean? I love him to death. And if he fighting a midget or an ant that's 2 inches wide, I'm going to be there supporting, rooting him on. nervous, ready to fight. You know what I mean? Because that's my blood brother. And not only that is that I want to see him do good. And anybody he fight, anything that he do, I want to see him perform to the full maximum.
All right, thank you very much.